The chairman, after the body swap, seeing his kids at each other's throats, gets super emotional, and boom, the body swap symptoms hit him again, while our guy Jun Hyeon, lying in the hospital bed, actually starts showing signs of waking up. Thanks to Bang Gil's mother stepping in, the eldest daughter's plan to become CEO is completely wrecked. But what really drives her crazy is that her stepmom, who used to be a total pushover and super submissive, is now acting like an absolute boss, yet even at this point, the eldest daughter still isn't getting the memo, trying to literally pay Bang Gil's mother to back off. But faced with her ridiculous tantrum, Bang Gil's mother delivers a swift slap to her face without hesitation. As the stepmom to the eldest son and eldest daughter, she's always treated them like her own flesh and blood, pouring her heart into raising them, but all she got in return was them acting more and more out of line, and now Bang Gil's mother finally realizes that maybe her parenting style was the problem. All along, she feels she's let her husband down, so she decides that before he wakes up, she's going to step up and be a real mother. Just like how she raised Bang Gil and teach them how to actually be decent human beings. Bang Gil showing up keeps things from getting worse. But after this whole drama, the eldest daughter's hatred for Bang Gil and her mom just goes off the charts. Now that Chairman Kang has pushed Bang Gil into the spotlight, he naturally doesn't need to hide behind the illegitimate child label anymore. Facing the manager, Chairman Kang comes clean that the whole illegitimate child thing was just a massive hoax. Hearing this, the manager instantly feels played and wants to settle the score with Chairman Kang right then and there. The strategic planning department is officially up and running, and their very first mission is to win over the trust of everyone at Choiseong Group. But this path is definitely not going to be easy, because the eldest daughter is never going to just sit back and watch them succeed without a fight. To completely ruin Bang Gil, she decides to expose his entire past. Soon enough, photos of Bang Gil constantly hitting up clubs and working as a host start spreading like wildfire through the company, and suddenly everyone is gossiping about it. Sure, some people think it's just a past job and no big deal, but most employees end up believing that Bang Gil's messy private life means his reputation is going straight down the drain. However, Bang Gil doesn't even sweat it. He firmly believes that time heals all wounds. Back when he was brutally bullied in school, he survived by just silently enduring it. But what he doesn't know is the real reason those bullies stopped messing with him later on wasn't because he kept his head down. It was because Chairman Kang back then personally took directly to their turf and taught those school bullies a harsh lesson. Using Jun Hyeon's body, Chairman Kang tells Bang Gil this story, and Bang Gil is dying to know how this guy knows so much about his past. But Chairman Kang just can't figure out how to explain it, so he stays completely silent. Bang Gil subconsciously starts wondering if this guy actually has a crush on him. His love story, inside and out. Right at this moment, the eldest son's wife, Nayoon, suddenly barges in with a bunch of executives, looking for a fight. Bang Gil stepping in didn't just ruin the eldest daughter's CEO run, it also completely wrecked her plan to take over Choiseong Group. So the second she sees him, she starts throwing shade. But do you know who Chairman Kang is? He'd never let his daughter take even a bit of disrespect, especially when the other party is humiliating Bang Gil right to his face. She never expected to get shut down by some young guy. Just before this, she had just pulled an Oscar-worthy crying act in front of the eldest son. According to her original plan, she was going to use the eldest son to steal Choiseong Group, but now that the plan flopped, she has to play the victim card to win back the eldest son's trust. In her eyes, the eldest son is still that same useless puppet she can control, but what she has no clue about is that all the secret plotting between her and her dad was overheard loud and clear by the eldest son hiding in the shadows.
그냥 잘 구슬렸으니까 걱정 마세요, 아버지. 그것보다 이상재가 채송 막내를 등판시켰어요.
Even though the eldest son already knows his wife's true colors, Hae's still clinging to that last bit of hope. Back when they were about to get married, Chairman Kang was dead set against it. But the eldest son wouldn't listen to a word, firmly believing they were truly in love. The eldest son desperately wants to prove his dad wrong just this once. Even after hearing his wife and father-in-law's dark scheme with his own ears, he still chooses to lie to himself, pretending absolutely nothing happened, and continues to trust the woman Hayes loved for years. Meanwhile, the lithium material project the eldest daughter is handling suddenly hits a massive crisis. The suppliers, who usually provide stable lithium materials, all collectively announce they are cutting off the supply. If she can't find a new source real soon, not only will she lose her current position, but she might even get completely kicked out of Choiseong Group. Her assistant offers up a backup plan, saying that there aren't many upcoming companies with lithium resources. But Taiwa Group had previously been negotiating for a massive lithium mine in Eurabia, but right as they were about to seal the deal, a company called Smile Ventures suddenly crashed the party and snatched the mining rights right out of Taiwa Group's hands. Hearing this, the eldest daughter immediately orders a background check on the boss of Smile Ventures, but she could never have dreamed that the actual owners of that mine are none other than Jun Hyeon and Bang Gil. After days of digging, her subordinates still come up empty-handed. Turns out, the Prime Minister of Eurabia personally put a lock on all related info, so the outside world can't find a single trace of Smile Ventures' top executives' data. With the clock ticking, the eldest daughter has no choice but to send the audit team straight to Eurabia to thoroughly investigate this company's background. But when it rains, it pours during the family dinner that night. Bang Gil's mother suddenly stands up in front of everyone and rips up the family's traditional recipe book to shreds, solemnly announcing that from today on, she's the one calling the shots in this house, and if anyone has a problem with it, they are free to pack up and leave. The eldest daughter is about to explode on the spot, but before she can even say a word, her usually spineless husband is the first one to stand up. This scene leaves everyone completely stunned. Nobody ever expected that the guy who always just took the abuse would actually dare to publicly challenge Bang Gil's mother. But what they don't know is that this whole argument was pre-planned between the two of them. The husband just can't stand watching his wife continue down this destructive path. He decides to use crumbling family back on track. On the other side, Chairman Kang is having a meal with Bang Gil and the crew when he suddenly gets a call from the caregiver. Jun Hyeon's grandmother has gone missing. Everyone immediately splits up to look for her, and they finally find the old lady at Jun Hyeon's place. Turns out the grandmother's memory has temporarily come back. She remembers her grandson's injured legs and also remembers that his soccer dream is gone forever. The grandmother's words deeply pierce Chairman Kang's heart, and right at this moment, he finally realizes just how incredibly arrogant he used to be. To the grandmother, Jun Hyeon's legs were always her greatest pride. But the old Chairman Kang brushed it off like it was nothing, and even thought it wasn't a big deal at all when he was sitting in the chairman's seat. He never truly understood Jun Hyeon's pain, nor could he feel the absolute despair of a family losing hope. But now, living inside Jun Hyeon's body, he finally understands what all of this really means. The very next second, Chairman Kang actually drops to his knees right in front of the grandmother, and with total sincerity, he promises her that no matter what it takes, he will find a way to get Jun Hyeon back onto the soccer field. After hustling hard, the crew the eldest daughter sent to Eurabia finally uncovers the identity of the Smile Ventures boss. But when the photo comes through, she freezes because she sees Jun Hyeon right there in the picture. The eldest daughter instantly dials Chairman Kang, and Chairman Kang suggests they meet up. She rushes over to the meeting spot without taking a breath. But when she pushes the office door open, the person sitting there isn't Chairman Kang. Even now, the eldest daughter still doesn't realize that the real mastermind pulling the strings is actually Chairman Kang. Instead, she assumes Chairman Kang is using Bang Gil as his ultimate backup, so she throws out a tempting offer right there, saying that if Chairman Kang walks away and Bang Gil sides with her, then from now on, she will be Chairman Kang's biggest supporter, offering him all the wealth and power in the city on a silver platter. But what she completely misses is that the guy she's trying to buy off is the exact same person who used to run Choiseong Group and played everyone like absolute fools as the real chairman, a total boss move. Since the lithium materials are still out of stock, the executives finally lose their patience and all start attacking the eldest daughter during the board meeting, facing the heat from everyone. The eldest daughter is pushed into a corner. That is when Director Lee suddenly steps up. He publicly announces that the Strategic Planning Department has already successfully secured the lithium mining rights in Eurabia. As soon as he says that, Bang Gil slowly walks up to the podium and shows everyone the partnership agreement signed with the Prime Minister of Eurabia, stating that the Strategic Planning Department has finished all preliminary negotiations, and now they just need the eldest daughter's green light for the project to officially launch. Bang Gil throws the ball right back in her court, but the eldest daughter refuses to accept reality and questions the contract's authenticity right on the spot. Thinking Bang Gil is just bluffing, but Bang Gil is clearly ready for this. What a trap, right? Under pressure from all sides, the eldest daughter finally has to bite the bullet and compromise. Not only does she hand over 400 billion won in cash, but she's also forced to transfer 4% of Choiseong C and TS shares. Straight to smile Vince's Battle China wins big time.
너무 잘했어.
Everyone thought that after this crushing defeat, the eldest daughter would lay low for a bit, but nobody expected that she would immediately switch sides and run to Chairman Kang of Choiseong Group. By this time, Chairman Kang already knows that the ones who stole the lithium mine are Bang Gil and his crew, so he reaches out to the eldest daughter for a secret meeting. As soon as they meet, Chairman Kang cuts to the chase, saying that if she's willing to team up, he can help take out Bang Gil and the eldest son. But what the eldest daughter says next even leaves Chairman Kang totally speechless, because she actually adds one more name to the hit list, and that person is her own biological father. She wants Chairman Kang to wipe out all three of them together, and this entire conversation is overheard perfectly by the eldest son hiding in the next room. Pushed to total despair, the eldest son completely snaps. He disguises himself as her driver and tricks the eldest daughter into the car. Planning to take her down with him, the car loses control and crashes into a street pole. But shockingly, the media reports the crash as a kidnapping, and the eldest son gets arrested on the spot by the cops. In the interrogation room, the eldest son desperately tries to explain what really happened. But the police whip out a dashcam recording, and in the video, every single word he said in the car is recorded crystal clear. Faced with hardcore evidence, the eldest son can't even defend himself. To make matters worse, the police also accuse him of not just kidnapping his sister, but also attempting to embezzle secret funds from Choiseong C and T. After dropping that bomb, the cops leave the room, and then bring the eldest daughter right in, and what she says next leaves the eldest son absolutely mind blown. Turns out, this whole thing from start to finish, she carefully set up. The only reason the eldest son was able to eavesdrop on her conversation next door was because the eldest daughter purposely leaked the info to him, and him getting her into his car was also a pre-planned part of the setup. Even the exact time to call the cops and get him arrested were all perfectly under her control. From the very beginning, the eldest son was nothing more than a pawn in her sick game, facing the media cameras. The eldest daughter completely flips the script, playing the role of the innocent, traumatized victim, while the locked-up eldest son can only scream in anger, unable to change a single thing. Just then, Chairman Kang rushes to the scene, and the second the eldest son sees him, in a brief moment of daze, he actually mistakes Jun Hyeon for his own father. Chairman Kang watches with his own eyes as his son is hauled away by the police, and when he turns to look at the eldest daughter, his eyes turn completely ice-cold. For the very first time. Up until this moment, he finally admits that he really underestimated just how ruthless and insane this daughter of his could be. But right at that moment, a massive headache suddenly strikes. Chairman Kang grabs his head in so much pain he can barely stand. And there's only one reason this is happening. Our guy Jun Hyeon, lying in the hospital bed, is about to wake up. The balance of the body swap is being shattered. If Jun Hyeon actually wakes up, will their souls swap back again, facing a daughter who has become completely heartless and will stop at nothing to get her way? What kind of choice is Chairman Kang gonna make? I am Yan Feng, your go-to guy for K-drama recaps. Catch you in the next episode. The chairman's original body suddenly dies after the swap, and Jun Hyeon, whose soul is trapped in Chairman Kang's real body, also reaches the end of his life. Chairman Kang never in a million years imagined that his eldest daughter would personally kill him for the second time, previously to throw the eldest son behind bars.